Elon Musk has a cult, and they're all moving to Mars in the next 10 years because that's the kind of nonsense that cults thrive on. Hopefully the gods are kinder there, though. I can't imagine they're sitting around waiting for us with a six-pack in a fridge. A decade is a very long time, unless you've already lived it. We have pixelated our landscape within a single century, equipped of farmlands that even an algorithm couldn't turn into enough food for everyone. Air conditioning is a relatively new invention that we can no longer live without. That is, until we have to. Then we live without. And we find more truth about ourselves from what we can't control than our furious attempts at self-determination. Elon Musk has a cult. So what if celebrities always named their kids as if they were an entirely different species? To be so rich is just as unfathomably absurd as to be so poor within the same world. It's an act of balance injustice, a needle sitting between two poles, clear-cutting all the forests isn't vacillating, simply making them space to build more parking lots. Parking lots aren't evil, they're just too big for what they accomplish. All those lonely people under bright fluorescent lights, preemptively buying the solutions for problems they're still aspiring to. Elon Musk has a cult, but the problem we get it syndicated before the backlash of controversy is still good for business. We can't buy what we can't remember. People make lists, people make mood boards, people make regularly scheduled bank transfers. I suspect that before they figure out how to colonize Mars, they'll settle on making it a separate game show. It's less overhead that way. Elon Musk has a cult, though he'll just claim it's a reflection of the way media has knit us all together into one cohesive thought and its counterpoints. I can't live in a single mind with the world. I'd rather be wrong sometimes, even if that means you're alone sometimes. Elon Musk never been wrong in his life. He has enough money to retroactively scrub his conscience of any past mistakes, and he will not stop because he has no incentive to stop, not until he's planted his dick in the earlobe of the moon. And if you tell him that's not how it's supposed to be done, he'll just pay another fortune to change all the romance novels. In the year 2300, everyone will be rocking around with kicks for earrings. No one will remember that softness was once the tightrope we walked between bodies. The sex drive will be an accessory, and perhaps it already is. Perhaps we are living in a magazine where Elon Musk is the editor, and it doesn't matter if he has taste or not, since people dress like idiots in cults. It's better to dress like an idiot for fun, or at least to make a statement. But in cults, it's simpler if it's just so many words, easier to remember when they don't mean much. I don't want to know how this poem ends, but unfortunately I'll have to live it whether I type the words or not. Elon Musk has a cult. People are gonna join it either way, and Mars just got a little less fucking beautiful now that it has a target on its back. Alright, this is weird. We're trying stuff.
Hi, how are you?
I've never done this before. This is an experiment. We're gonna get a little weird for this next one. Y'all like weird? You want me to tell you a bedtime story? There's a little bedtime story about this young lady and the rise and fall of the American dream. It's called Lil Bo Beef and the Five Alarm Fire. She was peddling ass on the corner of 3rd and Starstruck, and he was a do-it-yourself grave digger out for a bit of action on the town. When he spoke, it was exclusively in riddles meant to resemble minor constellations, and his delivery was like a cold shower or the still hot barrel of a Saturday night special, depending on the con. Like, for instance, there was this one time when he tried to talk Prometheus into casing the gods to light his square, but that got all complicated, and since then he's been sticking like egg yolks to hash browns. Thus, it was was in the boardwalk, and it was only dream of some dealer they both knew from around the way that they first met up. Hey, little Toby, what's up with all these sheep? He grinned heavy, and his teeth flashed like lucky pennies in a subway tunnel. But she wanted to score, said she was jonesing something awful for a premium priest in suburban self-effacement, which was the hot new pick on the streets those days. Oh, he was hip all right. From the hip to the holster or the halter top. She was game, but he was trying not to dig her too deep, lest he lose himself in the darkness of her speed lock. Her lipstick was red like red. Her eyeshadow was smarty money green. But all he could see was the fresh snow of her high beams and the punctuated center of her pupil, flashing his every move before it even jumped his brain piece for the long neural roads of locomotion. At a loss for anything better to do, they shanghaied some wheels from behind a convenience store and gunned it down the central highway of fate. But at the last minute, they kind of changed their minds and hopped 4 lanes to catch the exit for the scenic route. There it was all babies and soap commercials and the same 10 idiosyncrasies delivered over the newest and most economical of laugh tracks. And everything good was Technicolor, or at least pixelated, while everything wrong with the world was freebooting Tommy Swill. Yeah. He still wears his leathers when he rides the lawnmower around the neighborhood once a week, and she only cries these days at the smell of latex, which is constant in the town where they live, but the Prozac helps some with that. And baby, that's just how rain falls in paradise. Because sometimes you have to swallow the dream and all its castor oil glory, and sometimes it swallows you like a